Hello, it's been so long. It's been a little over a week, and we're on chapter 22, bacteria and other microbes. And he starts it off with a bulleted list of common bacteria and other microbes. Over 50 groups of Streptococcus strains, H. pylori, E. coli, Salmonella, foodborne toxins, including many uncatalogued microorganisms. Even when killed off through cooking, the microbe bodies remain toxic and can build up in the system. Ooh, how in the world do you say this? Methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, or MRSA. C. difficile Staphylococcus mold parasites. All right. Most of these microbes enter through the mouth, that is through food, water, shared food and drink, contaminated dishware and cutlery, eating with unwashed hands, or intimate contact. It's also possible to pick up a bug such as strep or H. pylori from bathrooms and restaurants. Essentially, you can pick up bacteria in the same way you can pick up viruses, as outlined in chapter 18, viruses and viral waste matter, which we've already read. It says in parentheses, note that bacteria associated with neurological Lyme disease are not in the above list of common brain betrayer bacteria. As you'll read in the entry for Lyme disease, your pain and suffering enlightened, there's a reason for that. Alrighty. So, how can we pick up these bacteria and other microbes? So we're gonna talk about shopping cart handles, strep as a stressor, and good bacteria don't fix bad bacteria. And then we'll just see where we're at, okay? Because my phone is of course not charged, so we'll just see what's going on. Okay, I just had to read the text. Anyway, every time I pause the video for whatever reason, it just like stops it, and I'm like, what? Did it used to do that? I don't know. Shopping cart handles, how do we get it? Shopping cart handles are a popular place for bacteria. Pre-COVID shopping cart handles were one of the what's going on now? One of the mega transports of all transports for bacteria. Oh my gosh. Oh, I totally forgot to do that. Man, is this just like not a good time to read? I want to like answer, but like whatever. It's fine. Anyway. Mega transports of all transports for bacteria, and not bacteria that makes us stronger, as some theorize. Bacteria that makes our lives more difficult, even miserable. At the height of COVID sanitation efforts, when surfaces such as shopping cart handles were regularly disinfected, shopping carts had never been safer. Strep, the leading bacteria type on shopping carts handles, can cause chronic sinusitis, chronic allergies, chronic lung infections, including pneumonia, chronic post-nasal drip, chronic ear infections, chronic styes. Okay, we're good. Chronic styes, conjunctivitis. I actually haven't heard of that one, unless maybe I haven't, I'm just like totally butchering it. Strep throat, sore throats, itchy rectum, irritable bowel syndrome, chronic or intermittent diarrhea, bloating, cramping, gastritis, yeast infections, bacteria, vaginosis, pelvic inflammatory disease, overactive bladder, UTIs, acne, intestinal cystitis, sebaceous cysts, and boils. All from strep, huh? All from that shopping cart handle. Okay, hold on. Let me maybe just bring my little t-shirt, okay? Let me not touch that. Strep can also contribute to pediatric autoimmune neuropsychiatric disorders, or PANDAS, as a co-infection with a virus such as HHV6 or EBV. How do shopping cart handles become such a hotbed of microbial activity? People often grab a shopping cart with dirty hands, and that shopping cart handle is already saturated with bacteria from other people's hands. So they add their own strains to the mix while picking up other varieties or multiple varieties. When shopping carts and hands were being sanitized regularly, strep transmission minimized greatly. Once COVID was misrepresented as over, shopping carts were once again filled with strep bacteria, with very few people sanitizing or washing their hands regularly. So we're back to square one. People are even back to eating samples or other food while shopping. Strep as a stressor. Most people carry more than one strain of Streptococcus bacteria throughout a lifetime. Out of all the bacteria that is harmful to us, strep is what people contract and live with the most. People pass different strains of strep to one another in all the ways mentioned in Chapter 18, Viruses and Viral Waste Matter. Because strep can be antibiotic resistant, it's becoming the new superbug. Some strains of strep can cause chronic conditions and not give in or let up, leading someone to live miserably. A person can end up collecting several varieties and strains of strep that eventually camp out in the liver, intestinal tract, and other organs. One way strep can stress out the brain is by causing chronic conditions such as severe cases of acne. Acne can be devastating to individuals suffering from it, causing excessive emotional injury. It's traumatic for many people who are getting severe breakouts of acne on their face and body. Strep is also a threat to our brain because it's an immune system complicator, weakener, and overloader. By lowering our immune system, strep allows viruses to prosper and thrive. Strep and EBV in particular have an affiliation. They work with each other as strep weaken. Let me actually write that down or underline. Strep and EBV in particular have an affiliation. They work with each other as strep weakeners. As strep weakens the immune system, EBV can proliferate and create neurological conditions of the brain. There are certain varieties of strep that cause high fever. High fever that can run for days and even weeks at a time. A severe case of strep throat that's not succumbing to antibiotics can give someone a fever of 100 to 103 degrees for as long as 3 months. This continual fever compromises the brain and weakens the central nervous system by burning up storage bins of glycogen, neurotransmitters, and key electrolytes. Other bacteria and microbes can affect the brain by causing fevers too. Even though fevers are natural reactions of your body that serve a purpose, mild fevers that surpass a few days can tire the brain. That's why someone who's been sick with a fever for 3 or 4 days tends not to be too sparky when they come out of it. It's not just the body that's been affected. The brain has been affected too. And we're actually going to stop there. And on the next episode of bacteria and other microbes, we're going to talk about the good bacteria don't fix bad bacteria and food poisoning. So yeah, we're going to stop there. Where did I put my thing? Anyway, I don't know where my bookmark is. Peace out. Short video, but very informational. Bye.